entrepreneurs is that, like I said, there's only one person who can make the decision of what happens to the startup. It's not the customer, it's not the investor, it's not the VC, it's not the employee, it's the founder.
So here we have two amazing people who are very crucial core members of the SaaSBoomi team. Here today they put up an amazing show, a marathon session, a bunch of events for SaaS founders from India to get acclimatized with Silicon Valley and more than anything else, a home away from home. They've had an opportunity to stay together and courtesy Draper, one of the biggest Silicon Valley brands here. So what a way to enter the market here with people like Avinash and Aditi. So Avinash here is based out of Silicon Valley. Avinash, tell us what motivated you to start SaaSBoomi?
Well, that I didn't start SaaSBoomi. I'm just standing on the shoulder of giants. Avinash, Raghava is the one who started it. What we are doing is we are taking this initiative from India to bring it in the US. And I think there is an extremely important thing that is happening, which is that the global expansion of Indian SaaS firms is happening today.
Yeah.
And the support that is needed for these firms is going to be extremely crucial. So SaaSBoomi US is an initiative where we take these companies that are about to become unicorns and $1 trillion economy that we are talking about, and bring them the support from the US side and help them grow here with everything that is needed. But most importantly, a community that can help them for everything that is needed to grow at every stage of their company.
Fantastic. So you had a 10-day marathon session and you call it a caravan. What is the source of this word and why do you call it a caravan?
Yeah, that's a very interesting one. When we were thinking about how do we really arrange this, so there are a lot of sessions, a lot of conferences that happen that talk about very high level surfacial stuff. What we wanted to do was to really get to the trenches, get to the depth of the problems and issues that people face in every aspect of their company building.
Absolutely.
Like from a GTM strategy to marketing. So that's why we made it a caravan, saying that this is a start of something.
Beautiful.
And we are going to bring in every single event as an in-depth conversation from founders and people who have been there if they've seen that movie. And that's how we started the word caravan.
Fantastic.
So the idea was to really start this and begin the journey with the caravan.
And keep it going.
Keep it going.
Fantastic story. Thank you so much, Avi. And Aditi, please introduce yourself and any questions for Avi here.
Sure, absolutely. I think from one community leader and community-led growth believer to another, this is an absolute fantastic mission. And I want to quote two lines that me and Avinash Raghava were just discussing to share like the feeling behind this whole caravan. मैं अकेला ही चला था ए मंजिल मगर लोग साथ आते गए और कारवां बनता गया जीना इसी का नाम है and this is what SaaSBoomi Caravan is.
Most beautiful, most beautifully said.
As a volunteer behind all of these folks, leaders, the idea is to provide launchpad to all of the startup entrepreneurs to make sure that they don't feel as lonely as the entrepreneurial journey is.
Absolutely.
To make sure that they get supported enough from anything, from all aspects, like from mentorship to a session on investment to something as little as an advice on the legal aspects of growing their business to the community platform usage to get the best of folks in the industry to be your angel investors or advisors or come on your board to build the company right or
so you're literally angels here.
Absolutely.
It's not about angel, you're being angels to founders, and such a beautiful poem. You not only captured the why but also the heart of SaaSBoomi as a mission.
And I think that is what the community is about, right?
Absolutely, yes.
To build it right, be together. And I've interviewed a few folks and everybody is like, this is our tribe. This is where we can be vulnerable. This is where we can really share what it is. And I'm a wife to a founder and I've seen it like the vulnerabilities in the dark.
Absolutely.
Are long enough to really sometimes find yourself absolutely alone. So I think this aspect, Avinash, Avi, all of us understand and we're trying to support with the right vision and mission.
It's like a very relevant initiative to bring in mentors and founders. What is Weaver all about and how can people join?
Should I introduce in a second of what I understand, Shopify for experts, Shopify for communities, Shopify for when you're trying to find your strategic right partners, alliances, friends in your entrepreneur journey. Over to you.
Yeah, I know. Tell us about creativity.
Very cool.
Yeah, I know.
So Weaver is a platform to build expert communities. We are in what we call the community-led growth platform, where companies, organizations like SaaSBoomi can create their own expert networks. Like the mentor network of SaaSBoomi is coming on Weaver because it has two elements. It has the expert connect, where you can book time one-on-one and things like those. But it also has a community side of it. Why is it important? Because you have two sides today. If you see the other side, right? You have chat-based forums where you have a lot of engagement, but you don't have real connect with where you want to talk to somebody.
The human connection.
There is a community, but there is no real, you cannot really go and approach somebody and say, hey, you know what, I want to talk to you.
Yes.
That takes a lot.
Yeah.
And the second side are the expert networks, which are transactional.
Yes.
Right? So there is no community feeling to it.
Yes.
So we are merging these.
I love that. Yeah. It's your differentiator.
Yeah.
And
so we're merging these two, and we're flipping it by saying, let's bring value creation at the heart and the center of the community building. Yeah. And then obviously value creation becomes the base. Yeah. So people don't get checked out of it.
Yeah. Conversation. Thank you, Avi. Thank you, Aditi. Some fantastic leaders here bridging the gaps in SaaS startup community. Also building a bridge between India and US. Thank you
so much.
Awesome.
Thank you very much for that.
Awesome. So here we are with Priya Ramachandran. She is one of the core members of the US SaaSBoomi founding team. And so Priya, what a pleasure and honor to have you here. And I saw you host an amazing panel. Tell us all about SaaSBoomi Summit. What was your motivation to join, and what were the last 10 days like? It's been a blast. Every day I see amazing posts. So what has your experience bring? You're bridging the Indian SaaS founders and the amazing venture capital ecosystem in Silicon Valley. What are some of your learnings, some of your high points? Can you share a few nuggets here?
Thank you so much, Vedha. Thank you for being here. SaaSBoomi, it is all about building a community, and as we all say, there is no single leader or a CEO for SaaSBoomi. Every one of us is basically the neuron or the cell of the complete ecosystem.
Wow.
And so SaaSBoomi as an ecosystem basically focuses on empowering and enabling our own cross-border founders to come to the US and expand from the product market fit, go-to-market strategy, sales, and even understanding the basics of the culture perspective, right? And so SaaSBoomi has a bunch of volunteers who are either operators, founders, and venture capitalists and investors who like to work with these founders in creating that corridor between India and US. And so this is just the beginning. And SaaSBoomi Caravan is not a destination. It is indeed a journey towards building India as actually the product nation of the world.
Absolutely. So what is with the term Caravan here? Did you have a bunch of different types of events you hosted? Nothing like this has quite happened in the SaaS Indo-US market. So very exciting. What is this Caravan concept?
So the whole concept of Caravan is to be focusing on three main pillars, right? Number one, to basically help our founders to be understanding and growing their own company. Number two, actually to be helping them to understand the culture perspective of American market. And number three, teaching them and helping them out to focusing on themselves, their own health, their own family perspective.
The buddy program allows you to find some buddies over here in the Bay Area, and these guys will help you to probably find a place over here, make some networks here,